Hello, today we're going to make a 2-page spread in a altar book. You're going to need some photographs. You're going to need some fixative for those photographs if you print them out on an inkjet printer. You're going to need some stamps. You're going to need a stabilo, a stamp pad. You need gesso and texture paste. You're going to need some ephemera. You need a palette knife, some 80 grit sandpaper, some acrylic paint, and some tacky glue. So, with no further ado, hi everybody, time for Mixed Media Mayhem. So, we're going to start an altered book. Thank you to Mary for giving me this wonderful book. I've got a little bit of a tear on the spine there, but not bad. But it's a really nice little book. So we need to find, first thing we're going to do is glue some pages down to strengthen the cover. So I'm going to use pH neutral PVA to do that. Got a little rip here. I'm going to get some fabric. Let me get some fabric to put there. Better yet, I'll just put a piece of paper there. Nice thick scrapbook paper. That in there. I'm just going to close this page, close this over the page. Okay, I'm going to do another page. But this time I am going to get some fabric to put right in here. Strengthen that spine a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to close the book, get that all glued down. And you can see the cloth right there. You pick it up so you can see it better. And that just strengthens that spine. I'm going to get another piece put here, and I think I'm going to glue just one more page. And I'm going to let that dry. I'll see you later. I'm in the middle signature, and I'm taking the middle pages out. This is pretty stubborn, but there we go. I'll use those for ephemera later on. And let's see. What I'm going to do now, these are thin pages, so I'm going to take 5 on this side and 5 on this side, and I'm going to glue them together, and then we'll start our first 2-page spread. I have these pictures of these beautiful children that I took, or my husband took, or my daughter took. These are my grandchildren. I'm going to cut them out, keep their profile, and then since I printed these on an inkjet printer, the ink is water soluble. So I don't want to mess them up when I start putting mediums on it. So I'm going to spray a fixative on here. You got to be careful when you spray fixatives because you need to do it in a well-ventilated area. Otherwise you'll choke yourself. I guess I can cut one of these out for you so that you know how it's done. I'm using simply an X-Acto blade, a nice sharp one, brand new blade, nice and sharp. This is a self-sealing mat that I got on Amazon. So this is exactly cutting, it's a cutting mat, so it's exactly what it's for. So first we're going to cut out this one. And go nice and slow. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be working with this more as the project continues. I've been taking my blade up off the picture, but try not to do that because it'll make it harder to separate. There's one. Just going to cut off that white part. There we go. There's one. Isn't he beautiful? Alright, I'm going to do the rest like that and I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to glue these pictures down onto some thin cardboard to give them a little bit of body, give them a little bit of stiffness, so that when it's time to put them in our book, they'll be all ready. Nice and smooth. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing with the last one, and I will let these dry. Okay, our book is basically dry, not completely, but good enough, I hope. Now I'm going to start gluing some ephemera on these 2 pages, but first I'm going to put a piece of cloth in here to make sure our spine stays healthy. Gotta be gentle because the last time I put some cloth in this, I ripped the pages underneath it, and that's kind of defeats the purpose. Okay, now for the ephemera, I'm using some colorful ephemera, scrapbook pages that I left out, you know, scraps of scrapbook pages. Doesn't have to be in any order, doesn't have to be always straight. Put it on there sideways, straight, whatever. I'm not going to put ephemera on the fabric because it's already colorful and it already thickens the page. Now, you don't have to use PVA glue in this step. You can use Mod Podge, you can use gel medium, anything that'll stick down, that'll stick these down. Okay, I'm not going to make you watch this whole process. You know how to do it. First you put some glue down, then you put a piece of ephemera down, and then you put more glue down to cover it up and seal it. So I'm going to do the other side now and let you chill out. This is all dry now. I have the ephemera on the pages, and I have it's all dry and ready to continue. So I'm going to put some gesso on here. I'm going to put it fairly thin because after this I'm going to put some texture on it with some texture paste. So I'm just going to put this on here and let it dry. Here's the book, nice and dry. And we're going to put some texture. We're going to use some texture paste and a stencil on this. Okay, I've got this nice stencil here. I'm just going to lay it right down there. We'll put a few dots here and a few dots there and see how it looks. Okay, now I've got some big dots in there. Let's put some small dots on there. Let's add a little purple. Okay, this is dry. I'm going to put some antique gold rub and buff or on the places where we put the stencils. Bring up some of the, let's bring up some of the texture. try this. There, that's better. All right, let's see how our little kids are going to look on here. I have to trim her off here and here. I think I'll trim him off here, round this off a little bit. Let me put a mark on her. Here to here. Okay, now let's add in our other little guy. See what we need to do with him. I don't know. Oh, how cute. I think he'll be okay. We just need to trim here a little bit to leave room for the book to close. And here a little bit. Okay, bring out my mat, my cutting mat, my small one, and my X-Acto knife. There we go, much better. I'm going to use the ink pad and just darken up around the edges here. And he needs trimming right there, so he's sticking out. Alright, I'm going to use some PVA glue to glue these guys down. I'm going to have to close the book and put something heavy on it because this is going to need to be mushed down. In fact, I'll do that right now and let him dry. The big reveal. There we go, all stuck down. Now, let's figure out how we're going to put these guys down. Okay, so I need to put him down first. on them, let them dry. I have a little problem here. I'm going to have to come up with something to put there to hide that little tear. Now, since this is so bumpy that it won't take a stamp, I'm going to put a stamp on a scrap piece of paper and glue it there. Nice. Alright, now I'm going to color that in. Okay. Let's put some glue on here. Put it on this side where there's space. I found these really cute little butterfly stickers. I've got almost a whole stack of them, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back in case they're not sticky enough. And I think one more somewhere. Maybe 3 more. Odd numbers. No, 1 more's enough. Take my Stabilo, 8046, writes on paper, glass, metal, and plastic. Got a little bit of everything here. Okay, and I'm going to go around my little people. Okay. I'm going to activate the Stabilo with a small paintbrush dipped in water this time. If you like this video, please press the thumbs up, and so if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that whenever I put out a new video, which is gonna hopefully be once a week, you can get notification that I have a new video. Again, this doesn't, getting the backing off of this is very difficult, and even when you do get it off, it doesn't stick very well. So we're going to use glue to reinforce it. Okay, got that off. This time I'm going to use the clear tacky. That's better. Okay. I think that's done. Again, be kind, be caring, be creative, have fun, and if you like this video, please click subscribe. Have a nice day.